Hello everyone, welcome to Toyeen Talks. Wow. How are you doing? Anyway, checking koko kin now. Any gidi pataki. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for following us. And if you're new here, we say you welcome. Thank you for joining us.
This girl, you sabi lie. Make una hear wetin Wunmi talk. How Mohbad take by?
My husband he got injured from a fight with his close friend, and also he was actually treated by a nurse. But you know,
on that day or the day of his death?
On the day of his death, yeah, which was on Tuesday, September 12th. But my father-in-law has, found a way of trying to divert people's attention away from the reality to, to another thing entirely. So, like most people on the public faces do not even go to the real issue on ground anymore.
What really happened that last day?
Yeah, so what actually happened is, like, it was on Tuesday, and a nurse actually came, like his friend, Spending, called a nurse. He was the one that gave us the nurse number, and one of his workers, Bami, called the nurse, and the nurse came around on Tuesday. On that Tuesday, he was supposed to go to a podcast interview, but the nurse actually came, and he was actually fine, although he sustained an injury, but he was okay, like it wasn't worse, because he had like plans for that day. So the nurse came, and the nurse gave him injection. I think it was the third injection that he reacted to.
Did she give the injections back to back?
No, it's like the distance wasn't really that much.
Okay,
yeah,
so
it
like
was,
an hour or so in between each injection.
Yeah, so it was the third injection that he reacted to.
How did you react to it?
After the injection, he vomited. He peed, and he started having reactions, started having goosebumps all over his body. His heart, it completely, like it was feeling hot in his heart. Do you understand? Like he told us to get him some water. That I want to put some water in his body, which his brother did. And he also said he needed cold, he needed AC. Like he's feeling hot inside. Like the injection is making him hot inside. And we tried our best. We took him to the hospital, and like 20 minutes after, the doctor said he's dead.
20 minutes after he had landed in the hospital?
Yeah. The doctor said he was dead.
But that nurse that administered these injections, has any investigation been
yes, but
done about her professionalism or whether she was even a qualified nurse?
Yeah, after my husband's demise, she was arrested, but she was later granted bail. And ever since this whole thing has happened, she has never come out to say anything. And she sees how people has been bullying me, how people has been calling me so many despicable names, how people has been accusing me wrongly, and she has never said anything. Instead, she's been out there clubbing, partying. Like the last time I saw a video of her clubbing, like doing lashes, makeup, and she's out there living her life. And it's just so unfortunate. Yesterday, I think people, like some people are out there talking to her. So those guys were on TikTok, and they were literally saying, they would tell her what to say, because next 2 weeks, March 14 is the next coroner inquest, which the judge asked him to come over to say on side of the story. These same people on TikTok were literally saying it yesterday, that they would tell her what to say to lie against me. Do you understand?
But have they found out what was in that third injection that triggered this reaction?
I think they were supposed to do that, but my father-in-law already buried my husband. So when the government autopsy came out, the autopsy result said they cannot determine the cause of death because his body has already decomposed. So they couldn't get the right tissue to use for the autopsy.
But was there any reason your father-in-law buried him? I mean, how soon was he buried after he was...
Like he wanted to bury him that night, the night that he died.
But is he a Muslim?
He wasn't a Muslim. And a lot of people actually begged him not to, but he insisted that he was going to do that. He wanted to bury him that night.
Did he give any reason for this?
He did not. He did not. He did not. He just said he needs to bury him. Like, a lot of people begged him. He wanted to bury him that night, but they didn't give, like, he actually called the Bale of where he wanted to bury my husband. But the Bale said, there is no way that I cannot bring my husband that night. So he had to wait till the next morning, and
And even it was such a rush that even the coffin was so small for him.
The coffin that he was the one that got the coffin, and the coffin was, my husband was 6'1", but the coffin was very, very small that he had to break his head.
Oh my God!
Now let me ask for me, what thing go make them break your husband's head? You dey in a hurry to quickly bury him before your papa come. You never see something. You need to tell the world what you do to Mohbad.